Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 971. Coming to you live from somewhere, nowhere, Dallas, Texas. That is right. That is where we are. As always, it is Monday. Happy Labor Day. Team is off a little bit, so we have some side work that we got to do, but we wanted to get through what we have to do sort of on the side of things of getting through a lot of DeFi. And that's sort of what there's a lot going on Solana. And so we wanted to get into a lot of it. And we feel that the market's sort of at a good spot for our reset. We were wanting to do it a little bit like when it was like when Sol like ran up to like 205, it being at 199 right now. That is fine. So because what we're doing is, remember, we're keeping track of things. And so like this has been our tracking that we've been doing and following through with. And so we get to sort of see both our Sol profits and our regular profits every single week that we're doing this. We get it done about every week. We did, I think, a little over 2 weeks on this one. So just been really crazy sort of as we keep track of all of this. It's sort of a fun thing to do because it keeps you sort of honest, it keeps you honest on what you're doing and what, are you really making money? Because that's the question that people ask all the time in DeFi. Are you actually making money in DeFi? As always, I want to shout out to everyone in LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, 0xDegens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick, on-chain via Abstract. Finn, I still need a verified follower. Man, Finn, I can't, yeah. But in the meantime, shout out to everyone on Arena as well. Telegram, Twitter video, and for shits and giggles, shout out to the entire crime family over on Pump Fun. What's really hilarious right now is the Is It a Crime is in Twitter jail. It says I was being spammy. I don't know. I kept asking people if it was a crime and commenting on crime tweets. But then I would break it down a little. I felt like I was not making it as spammy, but who knows? Oh, well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But that's sort of where we're at. So we're going to hop right into this because that's sort of what we got to do a little bit of things. And the one thing that I want to make different this go around, there's a new feature that HawkFi has where it will turn all of your tokens, all of your profits into Solana. So you don't have to worry about collecting the token or anything like that. Now that sort of fights two purposes here. Like, one, but that's just from like the profit side of things. Because sometimes I do auto compounding and I'll compound things back in. And so it's a really interesting mix to see if I want to do that or not. But we'll see. We have 70 positions open right now. So, it's 51, 87, 13. That works. And where are we at in our Solana wallets right now? Black Cat Magic. That's what we say, right? We don't have a lot of Sol. So we're actually starting low this week because we've been 299. All right. I feel like we're going to have a bunch of different things to get into. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right. So yeah. But basically, all we're going to do is we are basically going to be closing every single position. It's going to take 7 rounds to do it because we're going to be doing it in 10 ticker rounds. I think, right? And then we're gonna tweet about this too. That's what we do, right? We tweet about this. We tell people. There's that page. All right, there's that page. And I want to shout out, as always, to everyone into the crime chat. Those who love taco and crime. Right? Yeah, that's it. I feel like that is a good chat to be in. Well, it's one like we have Degen Cafe, and that one we just sort of keep track of like all the random shit that we have going on sometimes here and there. We're just gonna go with the flow. Can we? No, I don't think we can. All right. How about if we do that? Nope. We got to make a new tweet. We have to make a new tweet. All right. So we'll do that. We'll copy link for that. All right. Let's see here. Grinding out. Resets on HawkFi. Here they are from worst to best. All right, yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Realized worst to best. Everything's in. I don't think everything's in the positive. Yeah, like because some of these we got we didn't get out of soon enough. That's my fault. I was busy doing something, like where we got $95 in fees, but we did not. We didn't benefit from that. So we have 70 positions. We'll get our total claims together, our ending balance once we reset, and then we're going to go get into our tokens. So we got to reset our token page. Boom. Boom. There's that. That goes there. We'll reset, change that date to 9/1. And we will add in whichever tokens I think we might have got into there that we didn't necessarily have. So where do I keep this? So many things. All right, we're going to keep that over there. Make this bigger. That's going to take up, we'll have that take up most of the screen so we can still see if there's any chat. So if I am slow to respond on any chat, I apologize. We have like 4 chats going on. So we're just going to get into it, and we'll see where we end up with. So, but we're going to go from our worst to our best. I feel like that is a good way to do that, because why not? Some of our big wins, some of our little wins, some of our huge losses, Don't know if we're going to be going back into these positions. We'll see. This is MM. We didn't have that token originally, so we'll add that in. MM. That's just in fees. Profit fees. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, it's not showing. Did we kill it? I think we killed it. All right. that one sucked. 95 bucks in fees. We already messed up. 95.51. All right. And we're not going back into it there, at least. And then here we're going to close this out. Braveheart. We lost on Braveheart because we did not watch our position that much. So, yeah, we'll just go through these. And that's the thing that we see with trending memes, I guess you could say. As soon as they're out, they are out. You know. And so if you're not watching it, if you're not pulling, I forgot. We forgot to grab our fees from Braveheart. Oh, shoot. Let's see here. Braveheart. 190 bucks in fees. 190.91. All right, cool. There we go. And this Yeezy is not this was the new Yeezy. Boop, boop, boop. We got, where's this the old? I think this is the old. Yeah, this is the old one because everyone got out of this one. And piled into the new one. So Bank of Yeezy. Yep. All right. And then this is the new Yeezy. So we're actually still in profit with this one. I don't necessarily know if we should close it, but yeah, let's close it. Let's close everything because that is two point oh. So because we went up, reset that, was doing well on it, and boom, there we go. We got that fee marked down. Colors still in range with that just because it's reset. We've gotten $432 in fees on this one. Not bad. You know, it's just gone down in price a lot. So, yeah. We got $433 total in fees. All right. Now, this is why we're looking at changing, because we're doing a good job on these fees. Now, if we just convert that all to Solana, I think this is going to be a fun test to see how this does. So, I'm excited for it. Here's a bad one. All right. Boom. Gary. It's interesting how it's our unrealized P&L. But yeah, I'll figure that one out. SNS, heading down. Solana naming service. It's, Yeah, we should have gotten out like 2 days ago, I think. If we got out of the market like 2 days ago, a lot of things would have been in better positions. We were just swamped, and that's why like what we're doing is overall, pays off. Sometimes on some of these, what is that? 2 zeros and a 6. All right. Tolly's minutes. Not a lot this week on these. But just know that we are one of those things to where it's sort of all in profit, so it doesn't really matter to us if it goes down. We've already made our money back. And yeah. All right. So there's our first 10 out of the way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So now let's refresh this so it has less work to do. Should bring us down to 60. All right. Back in the swing of things. It's the fun side of things. All right. As that all unrealized P&L. If we go from all-time fees, we'll get a lot more data around, I think. But this is one of the things I really don't like with this new UI from Hawkeye is you used to be able to see everything at once. Now you can't. And so, yeah. Unrealized P&L. So that's all right. Orange. Did we do orange? Yeah, we did. We did get orange in here. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And the reason I'm doing it this way rather than doing a close from the front page is in case I miss grabbing the number like we did with MM. That's all right. $125, 64. Water. All right. Did we get, where's, yep. It's 2. All right. Micro hard. Do we macro hard? $26.87. Degen on Sol, still doing some stuff. We have a good position on base with Degen as well. So boom. Kippa. There we go. And where are we? As of right now, we already made $1,000 out of not even 15 positions in fees. So I think this swapping to fees to Solana is might be a good route. I'm excited to see how this goes this cycle. We might do it for 2 weeks or just a week to see how it goes. But all right, there we go. What is this token? Ah, useless. All right. Moby. Shout out to you guys on Twitter video. I see you. Thank you for the comments. All right, what do we do? 9 cents on Moby. Big money. Okay. What do you guys think of my new haircut? Rather than wearing a hat today, you know, it's the holidays and all like that. Let the hair flow. Oh man, sus. Bit the dust with sus. Yep. We originally put in what, $26? I think it's worth like 9 now. No. Okay. Final one for this clown. Yeah. I lost on this one. $52. All right. So that brings us to 50. Waiting for it to get all the metadata in. I'm just not a fan of the new route that they went, you know. There we go. Let's see here. All right. Worst. And we opened all of these positions against Sol. So obviously when Sol was doing better, positions were doing better. I think we might have a few that were with USDC. But yeah. So lammy. The other thing that we did really different with all of these positions is we opened up them all up as curve. So we're going to go back to our bid ask. All right. TBC. They have been making some good content. I like what they've been doing. I think that's going to be one of those long play pieces. Fart coin, down a little bit, 79 cents on the fart. All right, this is the last post on this thread. Close position. Yep. Dark. Okay. So we're going to go back up to the beginning. Part 1. All right, post all. And then we're going to get into our next section. That's a yes. Tell them yes. So, yeah. Let's go. All right. So now what do we got to do? We got to make a new post. Part 2. All right. So we're done with dark. Nub is down. Is the account still suspended for Nub? We got this as a gift from MoonPay. Nubcat being account being suspended. So reminder that Nubcat suspended. Thank MoonPay for reminding everyone. Fix it. Can you fix it? So basically, anytime I see I'm gonna see this Nubcat. I'm going to be reminded that MoonPay sending out Nubcat, to honor that. So, yeah, we got 24 cents in fees on that. I don't know. Maybe once we earn $25 in fees, we'll give away $25 of Nubcat. Sort of pass it forward like MoonPay did. I feel like that's a cool thing to do. Nub. MoonPay. Nubcat. So, yeah. Jupe Soul. Not to be confused with Jupe Soul, but Jupe and Soul. All right. Jupe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that Haskell? I gotta check on something. Yep. Yeah. All right. Hosco made us a little bit this week. Let's go. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. 489 on trenches. Where is trenches? There it is. Doop. All right. Now we go. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to copy that over. Add that to that. And last one on this, bonk. All right. Three. And boom. Done. Another 20 out of the way. Right? A little bit more than 20. I think we're done. That's 30 out. Yep. All right. And let's see here. All right. Taco through Pengu. Spark, we've had, oh, wait, no, we got to sort these again because I think they're back to balance rather than P&L. Yeah, all this red. We got to get rid of this red. We're almost out of the red. All right. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. P&L down. Oh, shoot. We'll leave this one. Boop. We have our experiment too that I think we just opened. So that'll be fun. That'll get rid of a handful of positions too. That'll get rid of 3 positions at once. And that is the what's the word I'm thinking of here? Where we were trying to showcase spot, curve, and bid ask, and what they do to a position, what you make on fees, and what you're making on, fees overall for it. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. Render looking good. Right now, what? Yeah. And I think no matter what, the Sol USDC position piece, I think I'll save that for last, so I can actually sort of show that off a little bit. So, yeah. Let's check real quick on any comments across the board. What is this, Pengu? Let's see if we got any comments we got to respond to real quick. All right. There we go. You post, like, and repost look me. Why? Yeah. All right. We're there. We're there on Hawk 5. Hawk 5. All right, back over to that. Set that back over there. All right. Act. All right. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna save these Sol USDC positions for the end. Just because we did 3 positions and want to show them off, I guess you could say. So we can sort of walk through the science of what a curve position looks like, and what a bid-ask position looks like, and what a spot position looks like. Nope, not at DBR. Boop. Do this. Do this. All right. And like I said, we'll leave that SOL USDC towards the end. All right. ZBTC. All right. And Coinbase BTC. I think we opened all of these around with the same $52 roughly, $60. Just because BTC was down, has gone down from where. So our positions are going to be a little shifted now. Instead of going down to 30, I think what, 33? Or no, we'll go to 31. 33. Yeah, because there's the 3 Solana USDC positions open. Just trying to go through this so that it gets all of the positions sort of loaded. Time fees and all of that. See, we're reset with company. Company's doing good. I think this rendered position should be closed, but looks like we have some unclaimed fees with it. So UFD, Trump, GME, Vin, Blaze, when. All right. Close position. Claim. There we go. All right. Yep, that's what we got. So we got the fees this time. There we go. UFD. A lot of volume on this pool with UFD. All right. Trump. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. GME. Zero on that. It's a little bit of dust. Me. Okay. And heading on that. Then in range, we're going to close that. Oh, no. There we go. All right. Blaze soul. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Sort of found, like, I think some of the best timing rounds right around 5 days. So this is one of those things where, you know, win is up a little bit. All right. Mm-hmm. 5-1. Boom. All right. So we're starting to get into the positives. All right. Let's see here. All right. So now we're down to our, what positions did it not close? Mm-hmm. Oh, because that rendered position took a spot again. So, yeah. But it looks like it didn't close a position. Okay. So, unrealized. So we'll leave the Sol USDC. Because it had rebalanced and then it, obviously went below. So you can see how some of these different ones went in different routes. That's what we're sort of looking at here. Different fees, different times for each one. So, yeah. All right. We'll leave that alone for now. Back over to unrealized. We'll get these. All right. So those are starting to be crime. Serif. Now we're starting to be in our positives. So, all right. Troll. Down 1%, but $22 in fees. Not bad. Okay. Spark, another one that's done well for us. Mm-hmm. 3. So far, yeah. RFC, where is that? We haven't collected a lot of soul. Crime. But we're up on our crime. Up on crime. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Seraph. $742. All right. So now not this time. Let's go. Three. All right. Droop soul droop. Boop. What? Oh man, I didn't get my ready. Dang. All right. Yeah, has it's closed. Dang. All right. Well, should put us down to 13, I think. Okay. Shift all these around so everything loads. 18. Did I like not close 5 of them? I think that might have been them. I think I might have done that. Oops. All right. Sol USDC, Sol. All right. Lion. Blue chip. There's 10. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Putting $37. Made 13 off that. Plus our 37. Mm-hmm. Pain. Hidden Pain Herald. All right. Boom. M-Soul. Let's go. Okay. Mm-hmm. B-Soul. There we go. Mr. Beast. This one's just out. Yeah, one of those ones where we stayed in too long. We got $703 worth of fees last time, so yeah. $83.71. All right. All right. There we go. And then marinade. Marinade from M-Soul. We like our marinade. Gives you voting. Blue chip still riding. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Wizards. All right. There we go. Store. Mm-hmm. Gaining more in fees and impermanent loss than we are in fees there. Token going up. And taco. A little bit of taco going on. You should get this token. Boom. All right. So now we should be at 13 or 8. I think we'll be at 8. Yep. All right. So we'll do the last 5. Once it loads everything. Soul. All right. So there we go. All right. Soul. Tuna. GP. Play button. Company. All right. Here we go. Tuna. $19 in fees. Not bad. Okay. GP. Graphite. The graphite protocol. play button. Going up. I think we earned more in permanent loss than we did in fees. Yeah, $32. So 0 there. Dust. You know. There we go. And company. $24.52 in company. So not bad there. And all right. Is that okay? And then I just have the USDC positions. TST. All right. Should just have 3 positions open. Yep. All right. You can see one I got $37 in fees, one I got $1.55, one I got 26 cents. So as you can see, I used them all in bin 4, and the different amount on fees. We can check each of these out. I'll show you. Wait, what is that's? Let's see here. All right, boom, boom. I'm not sure if it's opening different. Just it will open the one that it's respective to. But all right, so we know where each one sort of went. So the one that's got $1.33, that's our lowest one. So that's 26 cents. $1.55 has 77 cents. And the one that has 67 cents right now, that was Curve. So that got us the most fees. 78 cents got us the second amount of fees, and 26 cents was Spot. We can see that right. Let's close that down. So Spot right there has $1.33 versus $37 in fees for 67 cents for Curve. Now, the reason why is because it's putting all the capital sort of in the center point. So especially if you're doing like a SOL to like a wrap BTC to a ZBTC, Curve or USDT to USDC, Curve puts a majority of your capital in that center price range, meaning that that's where you're going to be trading the most. And so rather than with an exotic that might go back and forth real fast, a stable or stable to stable like USDC, USDT, it puts all your capital in that center spot. So you're really trading with the majority of your capital. So you're going to earn more. So that's sort of what we get to see here. So we're going to close each one of these down. And as you can see, everything is burned into SOL right now. Because it fell under $100, it didn't rebalance. Originally, we went in with all, and we can, I'll show this so you can sort of see our LP is up on this position. Fees, $37 compounded back. So it's sort of, we can sort of see where that price ranging went, brought us up and rebalanced, you know? So that's that rebalancing piece for us. So an auto compounding. So we're going to close that one. And we'll just write these down. Okay, so this one was 233. $1.33 and 68 cents. So that was $1.33. So this is bid ask. Curve spot. All right. Curve. All right. And boom. $1.59. We entered with 100 AC. did. Best. In market trades. Boop, boop. Each boom. All right. And there we go. So, but that was $1.59. All right. So we'll add that up. What? 60. So that's $1. So that's 19. So 240, 42.19. So just putting $300 in on $100 on USDC, still on a spot, curve, and bid ask, earned us $42.19. Now you can sort of see what that sort of does in the aspect of like when you're trying to wonder why you might be going in a certain way. So now that we've cleared that out completely, we'll go back here. We'll sort of see what our numbers look like. As you can see, we earned $14.90 and 5 cents. So $14.90, 5 cents. We'll get our positions together and put that all together. So, but as you can see where the closing price of SOL is right now, 194.79. So 194.69. So, SOL ran all the way up. I think we saw like 215-ish or so. If we did, above that 200 mark, a lot of our positions would have still been in range. So it was, interesting to sort of see how that went. Now, last up that we have our ending SOL balance. We didn't get as much SOL because so many positions were out. 925. All right. And so, but that just sort of gives us where we're at. So we'll see where, as you can see here, our total profits there. Total profits on this was 5,187. So not too bad, right? D12. Oh, I should not be subtracting D12, G12. So we'll put our put all of our positions here, and that'll give us, if we depending on how many positions we open up, we'll see what that balance is of what we walked away with profit wise. So that's where that is right now. So we haven't made that profit yet. So it's just where the formula puts it because we haven't put anything here yet. But we'll put that there. You'll be able to check out this form anytime. You can view it if you're in the Discord, HawkFi Discord, or in the HawkFi CLMM community. I have it posted there. I think I have it posted in the Jupiter Meteora community as well. So yeah, but you can sort of see our position ranges and everything like that. So sort of leaves for a lot of good room for things to happen. Sort of shows just our sold profits alone, $1,600 in sold profits. Oh, and we forgot, we have our wallet here to claim as well. So things that, we forgot to get our closing sold balance there. So we'll do that as well. And collect everything from there before we go back in. So want to thank you for Labor Day DeFi, Degen DeFi Day. Let's clear all this out. So, that's a fake token. And one of the things that we're going to do that we're going to do all fees swap into SOL. So we're going to see how that goes. SOL's at a low price right now, so we think it will be good. Shouldn't see why, I love the fact that I have $6.66 of Mr. Beast, in fees. That's sort of hilarious. So yeah, let's see. We'll get our final. We're getting all of our final tokens out, and so all the fake tokens. So that puts our final SOL balance at 9.48537. So $1,826 in profit. So just from SOL. So not bad. All right. Let's go see if we have any roundups, see where that puts us. Any final comments before we close this up? Like I said, I want to thank everyone for joining us. Show probably. Oh, yeah, spam. We love the spam. Yeah, that haircut does look nice. All right. No comments there. Shout out to 100 people. I have a question. I just made an account and put $60 in. Any tips? I'm new. Account where? On Pump? By crime. Or buy something else. All right. Let's see. That's our Pump questions. Nothing over on Pengu channel. All right, cool. Well, yeah. As always, I want to thank everyone for joining us for TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 971, coming to you live from somewhere nowhere, Dallas, Texas. We have 29 episodes to go till we get to number 1,000. We have a very interestingly fun thing planned for episode 1,000. Might be giving some stuff away. I think we got some stuff to give away. Yeah, we got some stuff to give away. So going to try to have a lot of friends on, just like you had on episode 500. See where people are 500 episodes later. Maybe we'll go for the same 5, or maybe we'll go for a different 5. Who knows? But really sort of excited to see how things are going. Still playing with how we go from, we've done 971 of these episodes so far. How do we change it in episode going forward? We'll see how that works. This will be fun, I think. But as always, I want to thank everyone for joining us on TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 971. We're going to end with the same 2 things that we end every episode with, and that is our words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock, knock, choke on the face of the planet. Our words of wisdom are always the same. A closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, I want to wish everyone a great and happy night, and we'll see you next time. Till then, we will leave with the greatest, worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. I told this joke 970 times. Knock, knock. Who's there?